everybody. Never prepared. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have my combined 9th and 10th updates for my 20 favorites in 2020 project. This project was created by Raven. It was not created by Raven, that's my cat. Well, one of my cats. It was created by Denise. Just some makeup hands over on Instagram. There is a playlist that has myself, Laura, Rebecca Morgan, and Steph. We are doing it on YouTube. Everyone else is doing it over on Instagram. If you search the hashtag 20 favorites in 2020, you'll find everybody else's posts. But let's just get talking about the products because we've got some big changes this month and I'm really excited about them. So I'm just going to go down my list of products in the order that I have them written out. I have 12 products left, and I was doing this rolling style at the beginning of the year, and I made the decision a couple of updates ago, I think, not to roll things in anymore because I'm starting to get overwhelmed with all the different panning projects that I'm doing, and I have plenty of makeup in other projects, and I need to save some of my favorites because, spoiler alert, we're doing 11 favorites in 2021 next year. So I've got to make sure I've got products for that. So I am going to roll some things out this month and I'm not going to be replacing them. And the first thing is I have finally hit pan in this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. I'm sure you'll be able to see it. It's right there. I actually hit pan this morning, which is why it's taken me so long to get this video up, because I knew I was so close to pan and I was waiting for it, and it finally happened. So from the beginning of the year, it took 76 uses in this before I hit pan on it. So you really get your money's worth with powder products. You really do. I think even though I'm rolling it out, technically, I'm still going to keep it out to work on it. And maybe I won't roll it out. Maybe I'll just keep it in and just work on it when I feel like it, just to see how much we can expand the pan by the end of the year. But I'm not going to focus on it anymore. Like, I'm going to focus more on other highlighters that I have in other projects, but I still will keep this handy so that I can use it every once in a while and make that shiny pan even shinier and bigger. And from my last update, I used that 16 more times before I hit pan on it. Next, we have my Tarte blush in Feisty, and you can see I am almost done with it. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've repressed this a couple times, and I feel like that's actually made it harder to use, when generally it seems like when you repress something, it makes it go quicker, but I feel like this is just taking forever. So this will definitely, I'm making it a priority to get this out by the end of the year. I don't know how long that's going to take me because it's been looking like this for a while, and I mean, the ring, you can see the ring again, that's fairly new. So I'm hoping that maybe like a couple more weeks and this will be gone. But between September and October, I've used this blush 15 times. My next product that's exciting is my Too Faced Natural Lust Bronzer. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know, but I did manage to hit pan in this one as well. And it honestly shocked me because I think I wasn't really paying attention to how shallow the pan actually was, because this compact is fairly it's fairly thick, and there is 18 grams of product in here, so I was thinking it was deeper, but if you can see, the pan is actually offset quite a bit, so the pan is fairly shallow. So I was still surprised when I hit pan on this though, and it took me 94 uses this year before I hit pan on it, and it's just so shiny, and I'm so proud of myself for hitting pan in this bronzer, I'm not gonna lie. The same thing with Opal. I have other bronzers that I'm trying to focus on more, but I will still keep this out in my little makeup, my daily makeup area of my desk to pull it out when I feel like using it, just so we can see how much I can expand the pan before the end of the year. But I'm very proud of myself for this one because this is a huge product. Next, I have my two Super Shock shadows. This is my Super Shock in the shade Truth. It's not gonna really look any different. There is, I mean, it's not new from last time. There is pan. It's just the way I use it is with a brush, and it swirls the color over the pan so you can't see it. But there is pan in it. I've only used it once in the past 2 months. And again, I'm keeping it in the project just to see how much use I can get out of it, which is not very much because I'm working on so many other eyeshadows, and since this already has pan in it, it's not a priority. But the second one, and I'm not going to open the lid on this one because it's all broken up because it's super dry. This is the shade in Sailor, and I used this 8 times, and when I was weighing it, I made the decision that I'm going to declutter this. I was initially thinking that I was going to try to like repress it with maybe some rosehip seed oil or something like that, but I opened the lid up to weigh it and it smells off. Like it's not good anymore. So I'm getting rid of this one, but I did get some decent use out of it. Things might look a little different. I got a call that my son had a fever, so I had to go pick him up from school, and now he miraculously has no fever after I got him home. So I don't know what's going on, but I think I left off talking about my Super Shock in Sailor and how I was decluttering it because it smells like it's gone bad. So it smells. I'm throwing it away. Okay. The next item is my Maybelline eyeliner, which in Striking Copper, which you can see how small it's getting. Like, I did not realize I used this 19 times in the past 2 months. And if you look at my lovely little chart over here, this was where it was in August, and this is where it's at now. So I mean, I'm really gonna have to like pretty much use it every single day if I want to get it out by the end of the year. But I'm making really good progress on this, and I'm still very much enjoying it. So we're gonna see what we can do with this. And I honestly, it needs to be sharpened again, but I didn't want to sharpen it just to sharpen it because I didn't use it today. So it's probably even a little bit more use on it than what shows, but that's what we've got for right now. And then my Berry M Stardust. It's not quite done. I know in my last update I was like, oh, I'm gonna do my best to get it out of here for the next update. I did use it 7 times. I mean, you can kind of see it's pretty dried out. So I'm gonna have to put some more eye drops in there, I think, to moisten it back up. It's by the end of the year, even if there's still a little bit left, I'm probably just gonna have to toss it since it has been open for over a year. And I mean, looking at the bottle, it's mostly gone. It is, and I just wouldn't feel comfortable keeping it for longer than the end of the year. But I mean, I did use up a lot of it. It's really hard to see through the camera, but the way that it's, because it is a holographic topper, but there is There's some clinging to the sides, but I mean, the wand is like pretty much not even touching the product that's left on the bottom. So there's not that much left. And I'm hoping that I can actually use all of it before the end of the year. So we'll see. Next was my ColourPop Just a Tint lip balm, lip crayon, whatever, in Chimichanga. I used this 7 times and this is how much I have left. Here's my little, it's been pretty consistent progress the last little bit. So that's how much, it looks like I've used a ton, but at the same time, it looks like, I don't know. According to my little chart, it looks like I've used up way more than I have, but you can see it's down there in the tube. So I'm not going to finish this by the end of the year. I didn't expect that I would when I rolled this in place of my CoverGirl balm, but I'm glad to be getting some use out of it. Next is my rotating lip product. So the past 2 months, I've been working on the ColourPop lipstick in Maleficent. I didn't mark it on a paper or weigh it or anything, but I've used it 11 times. I've used it 11 times, and I mean, you can tell that it's got use on it. I'm very close. Can you see? I'm very close to the S in Villains of wearing it away, so I'm glad that I got more use out of it, but I'm going to retire that lipstick for the remainder of the year, and I'm going to bring it back to the original lip product that I had in this project, my Luxe Liquid Lip in the shade Prince Naveen. This is the perfect fall color. It is one of my favorite liquid lip formulas, and I would like to get some more use out of it. So I'm going to roll this back in for the next 2 months and just use it. It's, like I said, this lip category is not for me to actually use lipsticks up, because especially now with the masks, we're not wearing as many lip products, but it's just more of a way to rotate through some of my favorite lip products and get more use out of them. And I really do love that one, so I'm rolling it back in. I have 3 more. So I have the Julep. It's balm. I've used this 9 times in the past 2 months, and because of the way, and I had this problem the last update too, and I don't know if you'll be able to really see, you can kind of see that bump in the middle is the balm like core, and it doesn't wear down as fast as the lip color around it. So even though I've used it 9 times and the weight has gone down, I have no new mark to put on my paper because it's at the same level as it was, because that balm core just does not disperse as quickly as the color product on it. So that, and unless I really make an effort to use it, I'm not going to finish it, but there's not that much left. There's just a little bit left, so we'll see what I can do. Okay, I have my OPI Just Spotted the Lizard nail polish, which I've only used 2 times in the past 2 months. I did finally make another mark though. It's hard to see because it's very reflective, but there is a mark right there. I used a lot of nail polish. I used way more than I thought I was going to, and we'll just see how much more I can use before the end of the year. I'm obviously, once again, not going to finish it, but I'm really happy with the use I was able to get on that so far. And then my very last item is my Bath & Body Works Grapefruit Peppermint Lotion. I've used this 7 times and it's gone down a little over 10 grams because I have been making an effort to use this more. I have been doing my nails more, so some of the times after I remove my nail polish, I'll moisturize my nails and my cuticles and my hands with this, because otherwise it's just sitting there. So if I really keep making that effort, I think I will finish this up by the end of the year. I mean, there's not that much left. Like I said, I wish I had like used tape or something should mark it on the bottle, but I was in the panning zone where, you know, everybody uses a Sharpie and I didn't want to write on the bottle. So I never marked it. I just weighed it. But it's definitely, I'm pretty sure you can kind of see, I'm pretty sure it was like up here when I started. So I've used quite a bit of it since I put it into the project. So that was my son is whining because my husband's trying to feed him. That is the end of my update. After my last update, I had 12 products left I was working on, and after this update, even though I'm like technically keeping the highlighter and the bronzer in, I've hit my goals on those, and I'm decluttering one eyeshadow, so I'm down to 9 products that I'm still actively working on. And considering the fact that I have been rolling things in previously, so altogether, and I'll do this more officially at the the finale, but I've worked on more than 20 products this year just from this project alone. So I've managed to finish some stuff up from this project and hit pans and some things, and I've really enjoyed using products that I love as opposed to panning things that are just old. So I'm really glad that Denise has decided to carry this over into next year, and I am also glad that she decided not to do 21 favorites in 2021, but she kept it to a much more manageable 11. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this update, and if you're doing this project as well, let me know how you're doing down below, and I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!